president gives an address where he speaks of the rebirth of America. I get it. I thought it was a very interesting line in the script. After the White House is destroyed in flames, that the president speaks of the rebirth of the nation, a not so subtle reference to the rebirth of the phoenix bird. This movie and the new G.I. Joe movie, and both involve North Korea. And here is North Korea right now. And I want to say this to everybody, too. I think if I were you and I were smart, I think I'd be ready to go to heaven. Just realistically, honestly. North Korea is on Drudge Report right now telling the world that we're going to fire some missiles tomorrow. How's that? Are they bluffing? Are they just trying to get attention? Is Kim Jong-un trying to gain notoriety as the bad boy with a pack of cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve and his tattoo? Is he trying to show the world that he's tough and mean and don't you mess with me? Or is he crazy enough to do what he said he's going to do? And the truth of it is, if North Korea does anything tomorrow or any other day, a lot of people are going to die. There's no doubt about it. A lot of people are going to die. A lot of people in South Korea. And South Korea is a somewhat of a Christian nation, believe it or not. Yeah, there's still a lot of Buddhism there, but there is an open ideology toward Christianity, and there are Christian churches in South Korea. Now, our dear friend from Korea, Sonia, said that they're doing exactly what all the churches in America are doing. They're going soft, they're going emergent, they're going with all these false Bibles and stuff like that. But I think the principle's still there. And I think I would wise up and sober up and look at what's going on in the news and ask the question, am I ready to meet God face to face? It's a good question to ask. And then he sends me an update. He said, I intended to mention that there's a third movie that is out now that deals with North Korea. The remake of Wolverine's casts an invasion and occupation by North Korean forces. 3 movies fresh from Hollywood, all depicting armed conflict with North Korea. Interesting timing. And it is. It's interesting timing. Here's something else going on here. 7-year-old nabbed. 7-year-old child. The feds got him. What did he do? Felony BB gun charges. North Carolina boy had been charged with 2 felony counts of discharging his BB gun. In case you don't know what that is, it's a little air rifle that shoots these little bitty brass or copper pellets. And they sting. That's it. They sting. The parents of then 7-year-old North Carolina boy are beyond angry after their son was charged with 2 felony counts of possessing a BB gun. Just moments before, the child was expected to answer to the allegations before a Catawba County judge. The charges were dropped. Sam's parents, Ray and Cherry Robbins, told Fox News they are both relieved and angry over what happened to their son. They considered his BB gun a firearm. It's not a firearm, it's a BB gun. Are you kidding me? Most boys in America who lived outside of the city limits of something were raised on BB guns. We can't even raise our children normally anymore in this country. It's gotten that pathetic. State grants Secret Service vast new powers. Soon we'll be able to enforce Obama gun laws without sheriff's help. Want to bet? Jack Miner, let's see here, blah, 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 I don't care about him. A bill is heading to Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper's. If I was running for Congress, I'd change. If I was running for office, I'd change my name. Governor Hickenlooper desk that Republican lawmakers say would give members of the Secret Service broad arrest powers in the state and could provide a framework for federal agents eventually to enforce gun restrictions. This is absolutely insane. Or excuse me, this is absolutely insane, Representative Lori Sane said. In theory, if a Secret Service agent is in a country or county where the sheriff has refused to enforce some of the recent unenforceable gun laws, the agent could arrest an individual if he believes the law has been broken, she said. The idea actually aligns with an Obama agenda to create vast new restrictions and regulations on guns. WorldNet Daily has reported that hundreds of sheriffs nationwide, including many in Colorado, have said they cannot enforce federal restrictions that would violate the Second Amendment. And a showdown is coming, people. It's coming. New York gun confiscation underway. Citizens told to turn in pistol owner ID and firearms. Remember, this is Manasquan, New Jersey. Remember all those who denied that firearms confiscation as a result of New York's new gun laws was too insane to even consider, that it was strictly in the realm of paranoid conspiracy theorists and the "it can't happen here" crowd. Those were and remain some of the standard replies to anyone who even thought about the possibility, let alone gave voice to it, despite the fact that government Cuomo and numerous rhymes with... Anyway, other officials made public comments about such a plan, as I discussed in my article, blah, blah, blah. So they're trying desperately to warn such an insidious plot had hit the bullseye in their warnings after all. News came from multiple New York State-based firearms enthusiasts websites late Friday that confiscations of pistol owner ID cards as well as firearms and accessories has commenced in New York under the provision of the horribly flawed, draconian and blatantly unconstitutional New York SAFE Act. Confiscating guns. Now, I'm not sure whether or not this is actually going on or not, because I've got it in my mind, and I'm not denying that it's coming. But I've got it in my mind that whenever some enforcement agency tries to confiscate people's guns in this country, they're going to get shot. I just got that. I just think that that's how it's going to, and you do too. I was asked over the weekend, he said, "Pastor, I'm just trying to consider this in my head. What if they come after my guns? Am I going to turn them in?" And I said, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. There's no way in the world I would turn my guns in. Remember, the sword is a barrier. It's a barrier. It's a preventative thing. If a robber or a mugger waiting around the corner sees you carrying a big iron on your hip, he's not going to come up to you and say, "Give me all your money," because you're going to kill him. It's a preventative thing. When they start coming after everybody's guns, the guns are not what they're really after. They're after what's behind the guns. But the guns are keeping them from doing it. It's just like in spiritual realms. When you have an absolute confirmed idea that the Bible is the Word of God, it is without error in everything it says, and every word of God has got your name written all over it. Then when someone comes along and says, "You know there's mistakes in the Bible? You know, if you'll just come with me to our new discussion group, we're going to show you how the early Jews used to do everything. If you just come with us, we'll draw a big circle around the floor and get you inside of it, and you can pray in that circle, and God will do things because you're praying in the circle." And you're going, "I don't think so." You know why? Because you have armed yourself. And the people, and listen to me, the people who know you and know how solid you are on the Word of God and know that everything that they come at you with, you're going to go to the Scriptures to see whether it's true or not. Did you know that they won't come to you anymore? They won't. When you absolutely present yourself to your family, your friends, your neighbors, shoot, even some of the people at church, when you present yourself to them that you believe beyond any shadow of a doubt that all Scripture is given by inspiration of God is profitable for doctrine, that you'll be like a Berean, you'll search the Scriptures to see whether these things are true or not, that every word of God is pure, and that it was all written for you, when they know that about you, they won't come to you with false doctrine. They won't do it. If maybe they might come to you and say, you know what, I heard this at a Bible study. Can you tell me whether or not what the Bible say about this? They might come to you for help, but they won't come at you. They will not come at you with the words of a strange woman. They won't do it. So you know what? Arm yourself. And when they start coming after you saying now, the Bible's, in the original Greek, it says this. Oh, you mean my Bible's not, it's not right there? No. The professors have examined it, and they've determined that. And Dr. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so, who we all follow, we know he's a godly man. He said that there's, mistakes in the Bible. Oh, okay. Well, tell me what to believe then, and I'll do it. Okay, and you say, well, what about this verse here in the scriptures that says, this? Well, the esteemed the doctor so-and-so who he's a godly man, and he's really studied these things out. He said that verse really it's not for us. Don't read that verse, because it doesn't really, just ignore it. If they know you to be somebody who believes every word that this Bible has, and that your doctrine is going to come from every word, every jot, every tittle, every verse, they won't come to you anymore with their heresies. They won't do it, because they know you're armed. So they're going to go after the people who haven't armed themselves. Let's see here. World's first genetically modified babies are born. This article printed out almost the same size as DNA. I can't hardly read it. The world's first genetically modified humans have been created. It was revealed last night. The disclosure that 30 healthy babies were born after a series of experiments in the United States provoked another furious debate about ethics. So far, 2 of the babies have been tested and been found to contain genes from 3 parents. That's disgusting. That's bad. That's wicked, is what it is. That's very, very, very wicked. 15 of the children were born in the past 3 years as a result of one experimental program, with an E on the end of it, at the Institute for Reproductive Medicine and Science of St. Barnabas in New Jersey. And see, this is written by the Mail Online. If the Mail Online is going to talk about a program, then they leave the E off. If they're talking about it, see, if it's a program in America, you leave the E off. It's a program in Wales or Great Britain or Scotland, then you put the E on. I'm just saying, okay? The babies were born to women who had problems conceiving. Extra genes from a female donor were inserted into their eggs if they were fertilized in an attempt to enable them to conceive. That's wrong. Not supposed to do that. God said you're not supposed to do that. Genetic fingerprint test in 2 one-year-old children confirmed that they have inherited DNA from 3 adults, 2 women. See, that's wrong. But we're doing it. We're altering the little humans so they can become gods, so that nobody dies for about 5 months. How about that? How about that? Seeking immortality.